What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope you all are having a great day so far. Before I get into today's episode, let me just say this. So it's been officially confirmed that Roger Howarth, Kristen Alderson, and Michael Easton will be returning to General Hospital in their new respective characters May 10th. So in a few weeks, on May 10th, you will see the new fucking characters, blah, blah, blah. I am so pissed by this. And some people said Michael Easton and Roger Howarth were the anchors of General Hospital. Are you fucking deluded? I'm a fan of Roger Howarth, but him and Michael Easton they're not the glue that keeps this show together. Trust me when I tell you that. They only been on the show for a year. And they've been gone for 2 months, a month. So they're not the anchors that keep this show together. I'm sorry to just tell you that. For some of you who said that, I'm not saying any of you on my comment board, but I read on other comment boards where people said that bullshit and I had to spaz out on them because that's so not true. And I am so not looking forward to Michael Easton coming back to this show. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm just not. He's boring to me. Like, he's just completely boring. He has no history on this show. You know, it's better if he just takes his ass back to Landview on a more permanent basis and hook up with the redheaded bitch, Natalie. Just go back with that bitch on wheels, please. And go be a father to that child. But anyway, today's episode of GH. I loved this episode. I really did. I loved it. First of all, let me correct something. Now, when I said the Cassadines are crazy, except NIKOLAS, and some people wondered why I did not include Alexis, Sam, Danny, Molly, and Christina. The reason why is because I meant the immediate Cassadine family. See, Sam, Molly, Danny, Alexis, and Christina, they are the illegitimate Cassadines, if you know what I mean. Because Alexis is the daughter of Mikos and Kristen Bergman, not Mikos and Helena. I'm talking about the other Cassadines, the ones that grew up as Cassadines. Alexis technically didn't grow up as a Cassadine. That's what I meant by they're all evil except NIKOLAS. And that's why I did not mention the other Cassadines, because technically they did not grow up as Cassadines. I'm talking about the immediate ones. So anyway, Maxie was talking with Mac, you know, about Frisco and how she views Mac as her father and not Frisco. And you know how Mac been there, and Mac told her about him and Felicia getting married. I love Mac and Maxie's relationship. I've always felt like Mac is the only father to Maxie and Georgie. That's how I always felt. Frisco is not. He's never will be the father that Mac is to those kids. He never will be. And I think Frisco he's been jealous of Mac because Mac has been the father to those girls all their lives. He raised them, and they, you know, and I think it's better if they call him dad than Frisco. If Maxie would call Mac dad, because technically he is her dad. He's been there her entire life through thick and thin. He's her father in every way that counts, no matter what. He's her dad. So then they started talking about Dante and Lulu and the baby and how she wanted to give the baby to them. But if they don't make it, what's going to happen to the baby? Will she have to give it to the grandparents? Or Mac was telling her that Sonny, Olivia, Luke, and Laura might have to decide on custody if something were to happen to Dante and Lulu. So, you know, she was telling him that she's okay with giving up the baby. I think Maxie just needs to just tell the truth. Why? I understand you want to give Lulu and Dante the baby that they always wanted, but they're going to have plenty of chances to have a kid. They're still young. They got plenty of chances. You never know. She might have her miracle pregnancy one day. But I just feel like she owes this to Spinelli and herself to acknowledge that this baby is hers, no matter the price that you're going to have to pay later. Because of course Dante and Lulu are going to be pissed at you. Of course Spinelli is going to be pissed at you for lying, but eventually they all will get over it. Just tell the truth. That's all you can do. Sonny and Olivia. I love seeing Sonny and Olivia together. I feel like I'm mad because the writers never explored a relationship with Sonny and Olivia since she came to the show. I remember they wanted Sonny to hook up with Olivia, but that was during his marriage to Claudia. But I can definitely see Sonny with Olivia on a long-term basis. I could definitely see it. I think she's good with him. I like the chemistry that they got. I love it. And I think she's that hot, spicy chick that he definitely could use in his life. And I damn sure think she's tough enough to handle the mob. Olivia's a tough bitch. Don't get me wrong. She's very tough. And I think if she could overcome Heather Weber, she can overcome the mob. So I think they should explore Sonny and Olivia for the time being. But I do feel bad for Olivia because she was a nervous wreck over Dante and Lulu. And then when Anna told her about, they think Dante might have been on a boat and he might have been dead or something, she was hysterical. But, Sonny kept reminding her, Dante, she raised a strong kid, and she did. He can handle himself. He can handle pressure. And I think he can. I think he's a good dude, and I think he's definitely the strong kid that she raised. And I loved how she was telling Sonny about the time Dante was in the woods and, he came out of the woods. She couldn't find him. She gave him a little back history. And they reminisced about how Sonny shot Dante and how, Dante hated Sonny and never wanted him to be a part of his life and how far they've come in their relationship. This is why I love Sonny with Olivia. You know what I mean? That's that natural chemistry. I love it. Alexis told Anna about Stavros being alive and, possibly Dante and them on the Cassadine Island, so Anna told her, and Sonny and Olivia came out of Anna's office, and Anna told them that Dante and Luke and Laura were on Cassadine Island and that Stavros was alive. Sonny had me on the floor when Sonny said, "What the hell is wrong with these people?" He said, "Why they can't just die?" I was rolling. I was like, right? Because even Alexis said, she was like, Helena, she do not believe Helena's dead. She was like, please, a nuclear bomb couldn't kill that bitch. I was like, you ain't lying. Because evil just don't die. And that bitch is pure evil. I agree with Alexis. She is way too motherfucking evil to be dead. Stavros was looking like he wanted to, Luke was looking like he wanted to fucking murder Stavros, like with his bare hands, like, because they kept demanding that he tell them where Lulu is. So Stavros kept bullshitting around, talking about that's his ice princess, and Laura tried to talk him down. And I seen some emotion on his face, like he wanted to tell her. But then, Dante found Lulu and he tried to get her out that ice freezer. So he tried to break the thing, and then the alarm went off, and that's when they all went down there. And Luke knocked Stavros out with the handle of the gun. He knocked Stavros out. They used Stavros's fingerprint to open the door, and they unhooked Lulu. And that's when Stavros came in there, and Luke pulled the gun on Stavros. And they closed the thing and left him in the freezer. And they tried to wake Lulu up. M. Ryland is such a beautiful chick. I love M. Ryland. I loved her as Abby Newman. I do not know how she's going to be as Lulu. But, guys, I suggest those of you who are not familiar with M. Ryland as Abby Newman, I think she can do a good job. Just give her a chance. I definitely think, because she has the expertise. She's not new to the soap world, so I think she could do a good job. I love her. But certain roles are not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I think she played a great Abby Newman, but I don't know how she's going to fare as Lulu. But I'm willing to give her a chance as Lulu. It's going to be an adjustment for us all, with different characters with different actors and actresses coming in to play, the same character. But it's like, give her a chance. She might surprise you. So Elizabeth was talking with Nikolas about Lucky and when he went to Ireland, and Nikolas felt like, Lulu getting kidnapped was his fault, and felt like, if it wasn't for him, Elizabeth and Lucky might have gotten back together, you know, stayed together if it wasn't for him, and maybe so. I mean, they were engaged before, you know, during the time Nikolas and Elizabeth had that affair, but it is what it is. It takes two. You can't blame yourself. Elizabeth was just as part of that affair as you were. So, you know, it is what it is. So Monica was telling asking AJ, is Elizabeth going to become her new daughter-in-law? I'm like, Monica, sit down. They only had one date and a kiss at the nurse's ball. That was it. Chill out. They haven't even defined their relationship. And you're talking about picking out China patterns? Chill out. But I do understand where she was coming from, because she knew with Nikolas back in town, she knew what was going to happen. That, you know, old feelings might stir up between Elizabeth and Nikolas. So she wanted AJ to go to Elizabeth and step up his game, you know, let her know he's serious about being with her. So I can understand where Monica coming from. She want AJ to walk into this thing with Elizabeth with both eyes open and ready to commit, to prove to Elizabeth that, you know, he's worth the time and that their relationship is worth the time. But they, like I said, they haven't even defined their relationship. They're not really boyfriend, girlfriend, because they never said that they were. So, you know, they only had one date, and who knows what's going to happen. But I definitely think there's feelings. There's still some feelings between Nikolas and Elizabeth. Trust, there is, because there's way too much history between the two of them for there not to be any more feelings between them. But, you know, I don't know what's going to happen in the long run, but, you know, we shall see. But I definitely think there's going to be tension between AJ and Nikolas. Trust me, I think there's definitely going to be some tension. But, you know, we'll find out what's going to happen soon. I'm not too sure, but we'll see. So anyway, I love today's episode. I thought it was pretty cool. So I will see all of you Monday. I'm not sure if there's going to be a video on Monday from me. I'm not too sure because of my work schedule. So if there isn't, then you know why. But if there is, you know, you'll see it. But I'm not too sure yet. But I will see you Monday. If not, I'll see you Tuesday. Have a great weekend. See you all later. Bye-bye.